a goddess on the screens and in real life. She has starred in movies such as Adam's Apple, Crime to Christ, name it. But one interesting thing about this lady is she's one of the few lucky celebrities who have not been inducted in scandals, meaning she has not been out there for the wrong reasons. And she's here on Talkertainment to get personal with us. Let's unravel our guest after this short breather. My name is Elsie Lamar, and you are watching Talkertainment on Ghana Web TV. Welcome back from that quick breather. If you just joined us, you're watching Talkertainment on Ghana Web TV, and this show is proudly sponsored by Cheesy Pizza. Cheesy Pizza has all you want from juices, smoothies, jollof rice, fried rice, spaghetti, meatballs, and for pizza, you buy one and get one free every Wednesday at all their branches. You can call Cheesy Pizza on 0544 133 397 0544 133 397. Cheesy Pizza, your way, your pizza. We are joined by the beautiful Helen. Welcome.
Thank you.
You seem to be... Oh, thank you. You look good too. I like your maxi dress.
Thank you.
And speaking about your dress, you know, I looked you up on the internet and you do a lot of slay.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, you have to share your plug before you go. You have to share, or you do that backdoors.
Well, maybe
I hope they
after
have.
the show.
I hope they have plus sizes like mine too.
Well, they do. They do. They do. Trust me.
Yeah. I also found some interesting stuff about you. That is, you featured in Stonebwoy's Mighty Lily.
Oh my God. That was like what, 2015? I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, somewhere 2015, 16 that way.
Yeah.
How was it for you? Like, was that your first time being a video vixen?
No, I think I had done with EL's first. Turn the lights down.
Oh, you in that song?
Yeah. That's speaking of EL. Where is he?
We should be asking you.
I had done that. So doing the next tour was Stone Boy. It wasn't anything. I mean, it's just camera, lights, action. So it wasn't a big deal.
But do you ever, if someone ever approaches you for a deal like that, you know, being a video vixen in his or her music video, would you mind?
It's not something I'm extremely focused on. With Stone Boys, it came through another colleague. So I was actually on set filming when she came on the set and she was like, hey, Stone Boy needs you for a quick one. I'm like, are you serious? Where? So Labadi Beach, okay. I'm like, how long is it going to take? So it was more like, okay, let me just do it for another colleague in an industry, you know, sort of. But it's not something I'm really enthused about. No, and it will depend, you know. I mean, you can't do Stone Boy and it has to be another higher level.
Yeah. We have to go like outside Ghana, you know, because Stone Boy is one of the biggest artists in Ghana.
Yeah, he is.
And actually, people are saying that because there are no roles, so probably you might want to take that as a side job, you know.
No. You know,
why?
The film industry is very broad. If you don't understand the movie industry, then you are in the wrong field. You need to know how it works. Business, or let me just say, there's business with filmmaking. As an actress or an actor, there's a lot you can do apart from being in front of the camera. So for me, like this, a couple of years ago, I think it was in between the start of my acting career.
Yeah.
I was doing subtitling for most of the Kumasi production, Kumasi Chi movies.
Movies.
So if I'm not on set, I'm at Opera Square Studio doing subtitling. And I was making money on that side for other producers who were producing the Chi movies, and they wanted translated into English. And that's money.
Why subtitling though? Why didn't you feature?
I do creative writing. I read a lot. I do a lot of writing. So that is an area you need to know what you're passionate about, what you can do, your capabilities, to know how you can maneuver to keep money flowing for you. You can't say, okay, it's just or
being on the screen.
Yeah, in front of the camera and that's it. No, there are other broad areas. Filmmaking is big money, or film business is big money, but we still don't understand it here.
I see. We'll come to the film business, but now on a lighter note, I did a quick search on you online, and all that popped up when positive stories. How do you do? Yeah, because it's so unlike being an actress in Ghana. What are you talking about? How do you manage to keep a good brand?
I think I understand this as a career for myself. It's not just a hobby for. Unlike other people just came into it to just, while away time and do whatever. For me, it's a career, and I understand my career. So I play a safe game. I think the only scandal I've had a couple of years ago was I don't have my Facebook account anymore. You'd have found a little silly stuff around me. I was on set on Adam's Apple. And I did a TV3 interview. I went on TV3 show. Back then, A.B. Bright. She's now an MP aspirant for Tema East or Tema South or something. Yes. She was a host on a show, a late night show at TV3. So she called me that, hey girl, can you stop by? And I'm like, yeah. So it was a late night matured show for adults. And we're having adult conversation. So I made a comment about how some Ghanaian men are selfish in bed.
And it became boom.
And can I mention other people's names?
You can.
And a journalist, or let me just say a blogger, picked up and said, okay, Helen Asante says Ghanaian men don't know how to have sex.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't say that. And it became a whole issue, like Peace FM, everybody was just on it, hitting me left, right. I'm like, I didn't say that. And that was my first ever scandal. Like,
how did you feel?
I didn't know how to handle it. I'm like, my mom.
Did you cry?
I cried.
Wow.
I cried. Imagine how fat I am. And I'm, I cried. I'm like, I didn't, how painful it is when you know what you said and someone is twisting your words. And I'm like, I didn't say that, because for you to say Ghanaian men, you are insulting from the president down to every adult man in the country. Yeah. So
including your own dad.
Including my own dad. At the time he wasn't even in the country, so thank God. But I did not say that. I said some Ghanaian men don't know how to have sex. Yeah, okay. I didn't say they don't know how to have sex.
They are selfish.
They're selfish in bed. And it's true. It hit their ego, they didn't understand it. So I mean but I grew a tough skin from there. And then my second one was I did a photo shoot in 2015. It was a little exposure, but it was very decent. And they just talk
most
about
of your pictures online, you look like Naomi Campbell. Like,
yo. I'm a chameleon. I'm a chameleon. I transform in photo shoots. So
speaking of, let's come to social media.
Right.
A lot of people, let me say, a lot of people in the showbiz industry make good use of social media to advertise their stuff, because most of them are brand influencers.
Right.
But with you, it's different. Your last tweet on Twitter was on Mother's Day.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
How is that?
I don't know how to use Twitter. Don't tell anyone. I don't know how it works. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how these social media apps work. Like, I can't. I'm the type that I'm a very shy person. If I'm not on camera, I crawl back into my shell. And in my world of creative ideas, fiction, stories, creating stories, this is me. I'd rather spend time finding a good story I can write that can be produced than social media. Like, I just don't have the energy for it. And to be honest, I just don't know how it works. I'm still trying to find how it works for me. I don't. To even join Facebook back then, it was one of my colleagues, Rosalind Ngiza, that she actually force me, took my phone, is like, I'm signing you up on Facebook. Like, I didn't want, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not.
Is it because like you're not that hungry for fame? You know, people would do a lot of things these days, including stunts on social media to thrive. That's not the case with you?
When you say you're not hungry for fame, I am an actress, or let me say an actor. Why should I be hungry for fame? Why?
You know, there's some
my work
actors
will speak for me.
People
if we
don't
produce
know.
a movie, there are billboards all over, there's commercials all over. Why do I need to be hungry for fame? My work will sell me. My work should sell me. What I do should sell me. I shouldn't be hungry to just let the world know. You know, I am very particular about my privacy. I don't like to put everything I do out there. And I don't want people in my business. Even at home, I don't like my mom in my business. I don't like my dad in my business. Like, I'm that type. I'm just an introvert. I just need that corner. I just need my
celebrity.
Space. Yes, my celebrityism, if that's even a word, it comes with my work. It comes with my work. Let me do a good acting in a movie. Talk about it. Blog about it. Let me star in an international movie, say Hollywood production, some action-packed movie. Talk about it. Whether I'm naked or I'm having sex in that movie, talk about it, because that's my work. Let that speak for me. I don't need to do other things to get fame for whatever. I don't. And I don't know where the word influencers and all those things started coming from, because I think it came with the social media era or whatever.
Yeah, it came with brands, you know.
When I started my career, we only had radio, we had newspaper, and we had few television TV stations. These were the three things that if you ever featured on these three, then it means you're taking your, you're being exposed. You're being exposed. You're taking your career somewhere, or it encourages you to know that you're doing something. Before, I think social media, Facebook popped up. But back then, it was just radio, TV, and newspaper. And I remember my first feature on a newspaper. I can't remember what newspaper. Was it Daily Guide or one of the newspaper, or Daily Graphic? I can't remember. Do you know the excitement I had? Like, it was a big deal.
Wow.
It was a big deal. And I still have those newspapers to date. It's part of my portfolio. It was a big deal.
So you would want to be noticed for your works,
for my
and
works.
not for the unnecessary things.
No.
Let me put it that way.
No.
But
No.
have you been approached by any brand to be their influencer or something like that?
I think I've gotten some few emails, but I just didn't understand the whole influencer thing. I just didn't know. I didn't understand.
So it comes with social media. One, they look at your following on social media. That's the main focus.
Right.
That is why recently Ifya Odo, when she went off social media for a while, her people that signed her came out to say they are suspending her contract. Because you can't be off social media and we'll still be paying you money. We are paying you money because of your following on social media and because you advertise on social media. So don't you think that it's because of you not being active on social media to a point? That's why you are not really being approached that much by these brands. You know?
I would say yes, and I would explain. If you want to approach me to do something for you, first of all, I need to have interest in that. If I don't have interest in that, then there's no point. Because already I'm not a social media person. I just don't know how it works. I'm still learning. Secondly, it depends on the kind of brand you want me to promote. It has to make sense. It has to be a big deal. Do you understand? It can't just be maybe clothing line or something, and then, because I just don't have the energy to be that creative on social media. I don't have the energy for that. So it has to make sense. We need to have that meeting. We need to sit down, talk. Proper endorsements deal. Then I know that I am being paid to do A, B, C, D. It's an endorsement deal. it's for a couple of years. So within this year, I'm supposed to be doing A, B, C, D. Then I know I have time for that because it's work. But don't email me and say clothing lines, soaps, those kind of things. Though it's money, but it's not for me. I don't have the time for that.
You're aiming for the bigger brands.
Not
and the brands that make sense.
Brands that make sense. Brands that speaks volume. Brands that can actually, let's just say, if my NGO, I'm doing something, that brand can be able to support the NGO. And I'm not saying that small monies are not important. Small monies are very, very important. But I will make small monies in a different way down to social media time. I don't have the time for that. If I write a script, I can sell a script to a producer. I'll make that small money.
Oh,
so my time is to stay at home, write my scripts, call a producer. Charlie, I have this script. Or do you want it? Okay, send it. Let me preview. Okay, it's good. How much? And I just don't have time for those things. I feel like it's a lot of work, and I can't. I can't.
On this note, let's pause here and take a quick breather. When we return, we'll delve so much into the whole movie industry and how it has benefited women and so much that you'd want to know. Don't forget, this program is proudly sponsored by Cheesy Pizza. We'll be back. Don't go away.
One time for my nightlifers. Don't nobody else can do it like us. Us the way a girls like us, the way I will be, cause other girls like us. Hey, I can't come and kill myself, cause if you die, you know they carry your money, they go your grave. So every time you step in at the place, I DJ, yeah, and all the boys and the girls go the craze. But let people stay far away. If you be positive, then holla me. Payday, do not major salary, straight to the club, cause tonight. Dawood is a vocal artist, you know, who channels his words through his art. Basically, music is what I do, but prior to music, I used to write a lot. You know, I used to do a bit of poetry. So there are elements of that in my music, you know. Music is an expression for me. Basically, it's how I get intimate with the universe around me. I think after high school, that was when I really decided that I wanted to do this, you know, sometime 2013, yeah. It's hard to categorize music these days because there are different influences coming from different places. But the Afro prefix is for the fact that I'm African, so then definitely my roots are African. And then with mix with anything else from anywhere else, you know, because I listen wide. I listen to pop, I listen to reggae, I listen to R&B, I listen to hip hop. So all those elements influence my art. So I'd say I'm an Afrofusion artist. Charlie Boys won't pop. Chroma you there. The problem be say we back penjet. It would have been cool if we got by the 100, but we don't get shit like I laugh and send it. But still more vim, the swag be more than. If nothing at all, we go fear 4 gin. That one know the cost to be like 4 gin. I hear say girls they take do abortion. I beg you be here say make nobody bore. Yeah, my music is on all digital platforms: iTunes, Spotify, AudioMac, SoundCloud, everywhere, or Boomplay, like all musical platforms out there. I feel like the internet has empowered artists, you know, gone are the days when you needed to go through the mainstream media to get your stuff. So it's like, it was so centered, or it was so centralized that if you don't know anybody in the mainstream media, it was hard to get your stuff out there. But the internet has empowered artists. From the comfort of your home, you can still get people to listen to your music. You know, you don't necessarily need to know somebody. That the whom you know first has been broken. So you don't necessarily need to know somebody to get your music out there. So I feel the internet has empowered artists. But in as much as it has empowered artists, now it has saturated the industry. Because like now everybody can get their music across. So the competition is tighter. I like to collaborate with Mugis, you know, because I've also taken a lot of inspiration from his music back in the day. You know, his music has really inspired mine in different, diverse ways. So he's someone I would like to, apart from collaborating, like you see, the thing with me is that the people I like to collaborate with are actually people I want to meet in person. Like, I want to meet him, you know, to interact with him. Yeah, so that's it for me. And out of that interaction, I'm sure we could create something. My social media is Dawood_Ajiman across board. Dawood_Ajiman. Them they roll with me, cause my vibe is different. cause my vibe is different. Love my company, cause my vibe is different. Cause my vibe is different. Anytime my songs they play, they be vibing different. They be vibing different.
That was a good one there, Barbara. Big ups to you. We are still here with Helen Asante. We are still chit-chatting. Want to find out more about how she has been faring in the movie industry so far. Has it been good to you?
That's an interesting question. I would say yes. And yeah, it's been good. By the grace of God, it's been good.
You've been able to make the cash.
Yes, as you're working, you focus on cash. But I mean, career growth is what you focus on, as in taking your career on another level, advancing in your field of work. So I think so far, it's been okay.
That's good to hear.
It's been okay.
That's good to hear.
It's been okay.
Yeah, because there's the great concern that a lot of our veterans, they retire with nothing because they push with the passion. Recently, our Kofa came to say she laid the foundation for most of the actors. She and others, laid the foundation. In as much as we are looking at the career growth, the kudi is also important.
Yeah. But who do you blame? The question is, who do you blame? We don't have business people in this country or investors who are interested in investing into the film industry. Business people are not interested in investing here. They will rather invest into other avenues that they can see revenue, or they can see their funds, they can get their funds back. But the film industry, the film business, we still don't understand it yet here. Nigerians, I would say, are doing well. Nigerians understand the business part of it and they are supporting their industry. Here is a problem. Even when you want to film, it's not just, you wouldn't just put the blame on just particular industry or particular organization and that's it. Because even if I want to film and I come here and say, hey, I want to use your studio to film, you will give me your studio, all right, but some production crew members will come and they'll mess up the place. If I come the next time, would you give it to me?
No.
Exactly. But if I come and I take care of the place and it's decent enough, the next time you will give it to me without any conditions.
Yeah.
But because of the character or the nature of our work or the character of other people that don't understand the kind of work you're doing, it's become a challenge that people don't want to even give up their properties for us to use for production. It comes with conditions. You have to pay. Producers don't want to pay. Executive producers don't want to pay because they have a budget they're working with. Thank God the government now has set up a National Film Institute or something, NFL, something. Authority. They are definitely going to put things in place. We have FIPAC, Producers Film Association. They're there. Ghana Actors Guild, they'll wake up someday. They'll wake up, they're still asleep, but they'll wake up someday at the right time. Some more small organizations or associations are popping up. I believe strongly with time, things will change. But people need to understand that film business is a big deal. There's money in it. Bollywood wouldn't be Bollywood today if they didn't know there was money in Bollywood. Hollywood is making it because there's money. It's big business. We Africa here, we still don't understand it. So if bigger companies, now I'm happy the Access Bank has taken up producing TV series. This is what we're talking about. This is how we will grow.
This is deep. This is so much for art. I think there's
so you see the kind of ideas I have. I don't have time for social media, sell clothes, sell shoes. So I don't have that time. I'm sorry. We have bigger issues here. We have bigger
more
issues. Pressing issues that is bugging us. Pressing issues that's bugging us. It's not about shoes. It's not about selling clothes or soaps. Lighting soap or whatever soap. It's not. It's not.
But that's what some people do to make ends meet.
Okay, that's good for them.
They have given up on the movies.
Well, that's good for them. That's good for them. That's good for them. For me, the kind of brand I am keeping for myself, I am not retiring anytime soon. I think I'll be retiring at 101. Yeah. When I'm 101, I'll be retiring.
So help you God.
So help me God. The good thing about being an actor or an actress, at whatever age, when you have the passion, you can start it as a career.
Yeah.
It has no expiring dates to it, unless you don't understand it. That's it. And some of our veterans, excuse me to say, did not understand the field they were in. Because no matter the age you are now, repackage yourself. There is no expiry date to you.
Are you saying some of them have retired early?
I think so. They've given up. But if you rebrand yourself and repackage yourself, you still have your contact. You still know the same producers who are producing. When you look, being an actor is a whole package. Is a whole package. You need to be able to maintain yourself. You need to keep up. That is why it's not small money. That is why it's not small money. You need to keep up. Because as I'm sitting here, and when you texted me, I told you, I've lost weight, so the pictures I'm saying you don't compare when you see me. You understand? Maybe as I have lost weight now, if I'm still looking good, there's a particular role that producer is producing, or a director would probably need me for, and I might fit into it.
Speaking about losing weight, how do you maintain your shape?
I don't need to do much. I just need to stress myself and I'm gone.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's weird.
I'm weird like I just need to stress myself and I'm gone. Little stress, I'm gone.
Wow.
So you can see me like next month and I'm looking okay. The little stress I go through, then you see me again, you're like, oh, looks like you've lost weight. I'm like, yeah.
Have you lost roles because of your size?
Yes. I think this is a good question. This was my number one challenge at the start of my career. My number one challenge.
Tell us.
There's a reason why they call me Cutie in the industry. That's my industry name, Cutie. And I say I'm the cutest actress in Ghana. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a problem. It was a big problem because they could not just see me to play whatever role that that I know that I can play. It was a typical Ghanaian woman definition. From Ghana, we go to Africa. Typical Ghanaian woman is yeah. I mean, it got to a point people didn't even really think that I was a Ghanaian. I thought I'm a Ghanaian. Unless I say I'm Helen Asante, they'll know, oh, okay. But I didn't think I was a Ghanaian because I didn't have the back, I didn't have the front. And a typical Ghanaian woman, at least you should have one of those. And me, I'm flat. So, I mean, look at you sitting there. You're a typical Ghanaian woman. You can pass for a Nigerian woman too. Because Nigerian women are big bones, or Nigerian guys, or Nigerian actually are big bones. So that mentality, you can be big bones, but you may not be old. You may be young. But here, our mentality, which you mentioned, is, okay, anybody that is, big bone is considered matured or is old. But the person may not even be matured. So typically, give that person the matured role. And give this person looking like a 16-year-old a child role. So it was a big deal. I struggled through. I struggled through. It got to a point I'm like, I need to get out of this country because they don't appreciate my size here.
Oh.
It's only Hollywood that will appreciate my size because Jada Pinkett is my size.
Oh yeah.
And it's not about your size. It's about the character you're playing. And if you're giving me a certain character and I'm costumed, by the time I'm done with makeup, hair, and everything, you will not even think it's me.
Yeah, true.
If I go off all this makeup, all this hair, all this look, I'm looking like a 16-year-old. But if I have to play a character and I dress up in the character role, I look the part. But at the time, they didn't get it. It's either you're light skin or you're heavyweight champion. Yeah. They didn't get it.
So that could pass as one of the challenges for women. Now let's come into that. You have starred you have starred in movies like Adam's Apple, Crime to Christ. In
Sin of the Soul, In the Eyes of My Husband, About to Wed, Love for Rent.
A whole lot.
Yes, couple. I can't even remember.
Yeah. So through each set of these movies, what can you say are some of the challenges that women go through as far as shooting movies in Ghana is concerned?
You know, the challenges varies. It depends on, because for me as an individual, I'll speak for myself. Other people have had different challenges that maybe I haven't had yet. But, you know, filming, it's not child's play. As we're sitting here like this, if it was a film production set, you know, we could actually spend 1 hour doing one particular scene. 1 hour doing one particular scene with no ACs, and you have an HMI bounced on you. 1 hour. And imagine you're a lady going through your cycle, and maybe you have a little challenges. You can't, but you've taken money and you have to be on set, and you have to struggle through, and you're sweating. It's not easy. It's not easy work. It's not an easy job. And when you're going through, you know, as women, apart from your cycle challenges or your body changes, or you have certain health issues here and there, you also do have maybe some responsibility coming from home, or you're dealing with some emotional trauma. But you have to be on set, and at that point, you need to play that character. You need to read your script, memorize all that script, and you have some broken heart somewhere, or you have some emotional issue you're dealing with, and you have to split that.
A party girl.
You have to split that and transition into a role. It's not easy. Ghana here, we take emotional issues lightly, and it's not. We take it lightly. It's not easy.
What are you doing at the moment? No, before that, you mentioned in one of your statements, you were talking about emotional and have you had a broken heart before?
Oh, yes, I have.
You want to share?
I think I shared that on Stacy's restoration a couple of years ago, her very first episode she did. And yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I understand. And just recently, I actually even started going through one again, and I'm like, okay, not again.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's part of life. It's part of life, but it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you. And emotional issues, it's something, or let me just say, there's another medical term for it. People that deal with...
is it depression?
Depression, petty anxiety issues. I think low self-esteem can lead to depression as well. And yeah, all these kind of emotional traumas, we should really take it serious in this country, because it's not easy. Because I remember my first heartbreak, I didn't know what to do. But thank God I had friends around that I could actually talk to. And me, I'm one person that when I cry about something and I talk about it, no matter how many times I repeat it, just allow me to go. This is how I release. This is how I release. But how about other women who have gone through that and haven't had any form of support, and have lost their lives, taken their lives, ended up in the psychiatric hospitals? Even if you're a married woman and you hear that your husband is cheating on you, or another girl is trying to take your husband away from you, that instant pain you feel in there can lead to a heart attack. It's not easy.
So in your case, it was cheating?
Yeah, it was cheating. It was lies.
Wow.
Yeah. He was actually married and he didn't tell me.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
This thing.
And he didn't live here. It was a long distance, and he comes and he goes. And he was actually married there, and I had no idea. And this is somebody you Skype with. That time it was Skype. The era of BlackBerry and Skype.
And he was able to hide it perfectly well.
I Skype with him when he's at his mom's house. I Skype with him when he's in the house. So I'm like, where?
No traces.
No trace. Like, how? And don't forget, I mean, those living abroad, those in the diaspora, it's easy because most of the time your wife is working 2 shifts.
Yeah, and
she's
we are in
working
different time zones.
You know, we are in different time zones because it's possible. I mean, I matured to now know how it works, to understand how somebody could lie. But naturally, men are liars. Yeah, women play all sorts of games, but men can lie. But don't take it that as, okay, men are liars. Hey, here I am saying men again.
Oh,
and then
yeah. They know they are liars, actually. They know.
Men are liars, and, you know, but, I mean, it's inevitable with the man to lie. Some men or men lie and cheat.
You know,
it's in their DNA.
They mostly tell us that we women, we don't want to hear the truth, so they tell us lies to make us feel happy. Can you imagine?
And how long can you imagine? Like, that's the thing. But how long can you keep on lying? How long can you keep the lie up?
Yeah.
Because the minute you tell one lie, it has to continue.
You need to keep up.
You need to keep up.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is that it's in their DNA. It's in their DNA. Don't think there's any saint on earth. We women too, we are not saints.
We are not.
We can be devilish at times. We can be a demon. When a woman says she wants to deal with a man,
oh yeah,
unless God comes down from heaven to save you, that's one thing men don't know. That women, we have all the power. In all areas, in all sectors, wherever, film industry, wherever.
And that's on the girl power.
Girl power, women power. We have the power, and it's about time they come to terms with that.
Oh yeah.
We have the power. If we get to understand the amount of power God has given us as women, I'm sure we will not be our own enemies. We will not be our own enemies.
So, can you tell us the most difficult time in your career?
A couple of years ago, I was doing back-to-back movie. And my manager at the time, I was using a car that was given to me by my manager. And it was broken. And I didn't have any other means of transport but to rely on taxis. We didn't have Uber then. And I was filming back-to-back production that I hadn't been paid on one set. And the other set had only given me 1 episode money. So I was balancing the 1 episode money, going on set every day for 2 different productions. And there are times that you don't even have money, you're broke. Because even while on set, you've seen something you want to buy that will enhance your character on set. So you want to get it. And you're broke and you don't have money and you have to go on set. And back then I had one driver that I could rely on. He's still alive and he's still strong right now. Wafata, I keep mentioning his name. A lot of industry people know him. He takes me everywhere, day, night, no matter the time you call him, he's there. But days he's not there, you don't have money to go on set. You're in trouble. And you have to go because you've signed a contract or whatever, there's an agreement. And you have to go. Producer says he doesn't have money to pay you. And you know you need to finish this job because if this job comes out, it leads to another job for you. And you're struggling. And you have to borrow money from either your dad or your mom. And yet you said you're working. Hey, what kind of shame is this? Like, how do you even bring yourself to that?
How did your family react when you chose this career path?
Beginning, they weren't even supportive at all. From the beginning, they didn't understand it. They didn't even understand me because my dad wanted me to do law or be a journalist or a newscaster sitting on TV reading news. And I don't blame him because even back in school, I went to Wesley Grammar. I was the history reader for my class, and when I'm reading, the whole block is quiet. The headmaster wants to come and see whose voice is that. I had that voice. You know, as tiny as I was, I had that voice. So they even thought I was going to be some journalist or a newscaster or something. It was a surprise for everybody when I switched to, because I know what I do when I'm alone. I know what I do when I'm alone. I've always had that zeal, like when I'm alone, I always love to be alone. I don't like anybody in my space.
Lona.
Yes. That's a new word, huh? Lona. Okay, I'm a loner. Because when I'm alone, I just create a new world for myself. That fiction, I see myself, you know, playing roles in front of the mirror, you know, doing all manner of things. And as a teenager, that's what I was doing in front of the camera. In front of a mirror. And I didn't even know it was called acting then. I didn't even understand it. So I knew what was inside me. I knew what I was feeling, the passion I was feeling towards whatever. And fortunately for me, I had these friends who were Liberians. You remember we had the refugee camp in Bujumbura. So there were lots of Liberians in Ghana at the time. They had some money from the USA and they wanted to produce a movie. That was my very first script I had. And it was a lead role. How do I do this? I'm like, what do I do? They said, oh, you just need to read the lines and, you know, you just say it as it is. And here, I mean, mind you, I've already been creating stories by myself, playing roles in front of the mirror. And now here it is that I have a first script and I need to do exactly what I've been doing in front of the mirror here. So I just remembered, okay, if I can do it in front of the mirror, I can do it. And that was it for me. That was it for me.
Okay, so what else do you do aside acting?
I'm currently at GIMPA. I'm doing my degree, BSc in project management, and I run my NGO. It's focused on early child literacy.
So is Helen single? She's searching? Does she have a child, married, whatever?
Okay, I'm not married. I don't have kids. Yeah.
Are you single? Are you searching?
I'm not married.
But yes.
I'm
Stop
not married.
confusing them.
I'm not married. I'm not married.
Are you searching?
I'm not married.
Are you searching?
I'm not married.
You're not searching.
I'm not married. I'm not married.
You don't want to give people the opportunity.
I'm not married.
We know you are not married. That one we know. But we are saying, are you searching?
But
so can anybody, you know, come and pick a form?
With the broken hearts I've experienced, please.
Hey, so now you're
they should just stay away. Because enough of the broken hearts. They should just stay away. I'm not married. Okay. I mean, at the right time. Yeah.
We've heard. So you heard her. She's not married at the right time.
Why are you acting like you don't believe me?
We believe you so much. So Helen, you have to put all your social media pages out there for people to
you just put me
follow
on the spot.
You don't have them. Oh.
Okay,
so
I remember the Instagram one.
Don't worry, we'll put them on the screen so they'll find you and then they'll follow you.
Right, that will work.
Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
The conversation was lit. Let me use like American language. That was a very interesting conversation right there with Helen Asante. She's an actress, a very good actress at that. And, you know, I don't want to mention the video vixen bit, you know, you can catch us another time on Talkertainment. The conversation has been great. Remember, the show was brought to you by Cheesy Pizza. Cheesy Pizza has all you want, from juices, smoothies, jollof rice, fried rice, spaghetti, meatballs, and the most interesting part is anytime you visit any of their branches on Wednesday and you buy a box of pizza, you get one free. So make sure you visit them. You can also contact them on 0544 133 397 0544 133 397. Cheesy Pizza, your pizza, your way. And they have asked us to present a coupon to our guest here.
Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Are you serious?
So you can go to any of their branches, present the coupon, and get whatever you want from them.
Oh,
so
thank you. I'm actually hungry, so I'm gonna go there
oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. So here you are.
Thank you so much. Hey,
Yes.
I got my coupon. Thank you so much. Cheesy pizza. I'm really grateful. Thank you. I'm coming. Make it on a double, okay?
Yeah, so we've come to an end of today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll come your way another time. Till then, we are out.